Los Santos. This is Anshika Foxx reporting for Live and Video. Today, I sit across from two of the most influential figures in city law enforcement, Chief of Police Frank Bellic and Deputy Chief Alisa Federer. The Los Santos Police Department stands as the front line of order and justice, but recent allegations suggest the walls of integrity might be cracking from within. So tonight, we ask the question that echo to every precinct and every citizen mind: is LSPD truly clean, or is corruption wearing a uniform? So first of all, I would like to welcome both of you, Mr. Frank Bellic and Miss Alisa Federal.
Thank you for having us, Ms. Anshika.
Well,
Appreciate the invitation. Thank you for having us here.
well, it's an honor that you're here. Okay, so Chief Frank Bellic, I'll begin with you. Leading one
Yes,
of the largest forces in San Andreas is no easy task. How challenging is it to keep discipline and transparency alive within LSPD?
of course, you are absolutely right, ma'am, that leading Los Santos Police Department isn't just about enforcing laws, it's about integrity and trust. The biggest challenge right now we have in the organization this size is the discipline and transparency. Every officer here represents the badge and what comes with it. So we have implemented strict internal policies, regular performance evaluations and IR division that ensures every action is, reviewed fairly. Transparency is equally important, whether it's through public reports or press briefings or open communications with the citizens of Los Santos. So I want to say, like, discipline is, what keeps us strong at the end of the day, and transparency keeps us respected. As chief, it's my objective to make sure both remain a foundation of how LSPD operates, no matter how tough the circumstances get.
Hmm. Deputy Chief Alisa Federal, you are directly
Okay.
involved in the day-to-day command. From your position, how hard it is to ensure that the internal politics don't overpower justice.
Yes. So personally balancing justice with the dynamics of the internal politics is a very is a ongoing challenge of any organization. However, I strongly believe that with ethical leadership, open communication, and consistent accountability will make it possible. My personal approach is to prioritize the fairness, uphold the law, and lead by example. When everyone understands that justice is non-negotiable, internal politics naturally will take a backseat to our greater purpose in of serving and protecting the citizens with integrity.
Hmm. Okay, so Frank, power brings pressure. Do you personally believe corruption still exists inside law enforcement organizations across San Andreas?
Um, that's a tough question, to be very honest with you. Power always attracts, pressure, and with pressure there have been always risks of cracks. I won't just stand here and pretend corruption has been wiped out, clean across the whole San Andreas, or no organization of our size can ever claim to be flawless. But what matters, like how we deal with corruption. So within my organization, within LSPD, we have built systems that don't just punish corruption but prevent it. As I said before, like, we have stronger IA division, transparent disciplinary records, and accountability that gets no that goes up and down
Frank,
the chain.
Frank,
Yes.
sorry to disturb you, but like the question isn't like mainly for the LSPD, okay? It's for the cross state organization of San India. So you just don't have to talk about like LSPD particularly. Let's talk about San Andreas State Department. Okay,
Okay. All right.
we just want your your personal what you of the corruption. Okay, yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah. That's a little tough question, but what I believe is power always attracts pressure, and with pressure, there always the risk of cracks. And for your question, like, yes, corruption still exists within the law enforcement, like within the Leo organization. I won't just stand here and claim that corruption has been wiped out. Like, no organization is flawless, but what matters is how we deal with corruption. I believe, like, within the state organization, every state organization has their own internal affairs. you know like, what I believe is they have their own disciplinary records that that goes both up and down through the chain of command. Like, every officer within the Leo, myself included, is subject to the same code, is subject to the same what we can say, the same legislation which we follow. What I believe personally as a chief, that corruption within the state organization thrives in silence, and I have made it clear that like, for me, and I think for all the leaders, like, there is no place for corruption in the department.
Okay, so Alisa, speaking from experience, have you ever encountered or suspected any officer within your ranks using their badge for personal benefits?
Yes. In any large organization, for starts, there's always the possibility of individuals misusing their position. I personally hold the department, my team, to the highest standards of integrity. Whenever any concern or suspicious arise, I tend to address it immediately through the proper internal review investigation. I have zero tolerance for anyone who attempts to use their badge for personal gain. Our duty is to serve the public, not ourselves. Upholding the trust of the community is the top priority, and that trust begins with the accountability within our own ranks.
Yeah, of course, I agree. The state organization are for the, this for the service of the citizens. I agree with you that.
Correct.
Okay, so it's gonna be a tough one for you, Mr. Frank. Durgesh Naik.
Gosh.
He was a
Okay.
former acting LSPD chief. He just recently
Hmm.
took life in Vader. That some officers in the current LSPD term are involved in corruption. Frank, how do
Hmm.
you want to respond to that claim?
I mean, allegations like those, are serious, and I take them as such. Like, however, let me be very clear to you, Miss Anshika, that the LSPD under my leadership has zero tolerance for corruption in any form. Like, Mr. Durgesh Nai comments reflects issues that may have been existed in the past, and that's exactly why we have implemented stronger IR division, and that operates independently from the command's influence. So, like, to be very clear with you, I have given them full power to do whatever they want to prevent such type of corruption. And let me say you, at the end of the day, no organization is perfect, but what defines us is how we respond. We don't ignore problems, we confront them. The people, the citizens here deserve a police force they can trust, and that's what we are working to deliver every single day, ma'am.
Mr. Frank, I was the one who personally talked with Mr. Durgesh Naik from Life in Video,
Mm.
and he told us that there is corruption in your current term.
I mean, as I said before, like, these allegations are serious. I mean, what can I say? Like, if he has any proof, bring them to me. What I want to say to him, if he has any proof of the corruption within my officers, bring them to me or my IR division. I will personally take care of that.
Hmm.
That's my message to him.
Okay. Yeah, Durgesh must be seeing the interview on the live video scene and wrong way. Okay. So Alicia, as a deputy chief, what's your stance on this? Do you think the department has failed in identifying or disciplining corrupt officials?
Uh, Me personally, I will not say the department has failed, but like any involving organization, there's always room for improvement. Identifying and addressing corruption is an ongoing process that requires vigilance, transparency, and a strong internal accountability. We, under the our current chief, we have made significant progress in strengthening oversights and ensuring that any misconduct is handled swiftly and fairly. My stand is my personal stand is clear. No one is above the law, and every officer must be held accountable. Must be held by the same standard of integrity. Our goal is to continue to build a culture with honesty and professionalism with non-negotiable values.
So basically, you mean the allegation is totally baseless and it's false, right?
Of course, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. So, Frank, when an officer under your command is caught bending the rules, what's gonna be your first move? An internal fix or a public example?
Yeah, well, the first step is always an internal fix with full accountability. The moment I'm aware of the misconduct, the IA steps with no favoritism, no delay. We will collect the facts, not rumors. If the investigation confirms the wrongdoing, consequences will follow. And if the case demands it, we will make it public. See, Miss Anshika, I believe in protecting the integrity of the badge, not by hiding problems, but handling them right.
So, Mr. Frank, if your officer found big guilty, you gonna do like you firstly gonna do an IA check on him, and after that, will you be
Yeah.
like setting a public example for everybody, or you gonna just leave it?
I'm gonna set the public, example. Of course, Miss Anshika. I will punish that officer if if the citizens demand it. Then I will of course show the results to every citizen of the Los Santos.
Okay.
They deserve, because they deserve transparency.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, Frank, if I ask you honestly, which department or organization in San Andreas do you think suffers most corruption and why?
As I told you before, Miss Anshika, that no organization is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
LSPD, FIB, government, SHP, every
Okay.
organization suffers from corruption. Is uh, the thing is how we deal with it is the most important thing, which I believe. I mean, no one is safe from corruption. Is what I want to say.
Yeah, Frank, I completely agree with you with that. But so, do you want to tell us anything about the insights that the state is unaware of? Like the insight could be of any organization of the city, it could be SSP, it could be FIB, it could be government, it could be any state government.
To be very honest, Miss Anshika, I am not aware of it currently. But if I am aware of such things in the in the state, I will most probably come to the Life Invader and open it. But currently, I'm not aware of any such things right now.
Okay. Alicia, as well as Frank. Finally, what message would you both like to give to citizens of Los Santos who believe that the protectors have become the problem?
Um, I would like to say to all the citizens of Los Santos that your concerns are heard and they're valid. The relationship between the law enforcement and the community is built on trust, and the trust must be earned every single day. While no organization is without flaws, the majority of officers serve with honor, integrity, and genuine dedication to protecting the city. My personal commitment as a deputy chief is to ensure transparency, accountability, and continuous improvement within our ranks. We're here to serve you, not above you. And together we can restore and strengthen the confidence that defines the true public service.
My message to Los Santos is like, I look, people, I believe in transparency. So if you guys, if the people of Los Santos is having any problem with my LSPD officers, come to me with proofs. I promise you that I will handle it, and also I will, you know, show it to you, or say it to you, like what actions I have taken with that officer. We're here, my primary aim is to build the healthy relations between the people and the LSPD as a chief. So if you guys having any problem with LSPD, with any problem with LSPD officers, just come to me with proofs. I will personally look into it and punish that officer.
Very good thought from Miss Alicia and as well as Frank. So, so Alicia, how did you find Frank Bellic in the city?
This is actually a funny story. It was about 3 years ago. I was currently working as a minister on the government. Frank was completely new to the city of Los Santos, and he came to government. And through our conversation, I got to know him. He was a very nice person, and I convinced him to join government. And we worked alongside for a while, and I'm very proud of how far he got. So he's a very good chief.
It seems
Thank you.
like so, Mr. Frank. There are many, like there are many experienced high command in the city, but why did you think to choose Miss Alicia as a deputy chief for your Los Santos Police Department?
There is a short answer for that, because she's the most, like, she's more experienced than me. I want someone who is more experienced, who knows their job very well. I mean, what I want to say is that there are friends of mine, like they're very good friends, but what I feel like Alicia is the most experienced person, because of her, I went this far. I became governor. I became the chief. It's all because of her. So I owe a lot to her. So that's why. And of course, the main thing is she's most experienced than me. I mean, more
Okay,
experienced than me. Yeah.
okay. Thank you so much, guys. That was Chief Frank Bullock and Deputy Chief Alicia Federal, facing the questions that define truth and accountability inside the Los Santos Police Department. Power is temporary, integrity, that's what truly earns respect. This is Anshika Foxx signing off for Life and Better, where the badge doesn't shine, it speaks.